Hello, and welcome back to the English Club. If you're looking to improve your English while learning something valuable and inspiring, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to take a deep and relaxing journey into the powerful and peaceful world of a Japanese concept called Ikigai. This concept comes from the beautiful islands of Okinawa in Japan, and it has helped many people live longer, happier, and more meaningful lives. The book we're exploring is Ikigai, the Japanese secret to a long and happy life, written by Héctor García and Francesc Miralles. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy this smooth and simple explanation that will help you grow in English and in life. Have you ever wondered why some people wake up in the morning full of energy and excitement? Why some people, even in their 80s or 90s, still look forward to the day with joy? The secret might be something called Ikigai. In Japanese, Iki means life and Gai means worth or value. So, Ikigai means the reason you wake up every morning. It's your purpose. It's what makes life feel meaningful. In the book, the authors travel to Okinawa, Japan, an island known for having the longest living people in the world. There, they meet people who are over 100 years old and still enjoy gardening, chatting with friends, cooking for their families, and practicing traditional crafts. These elders don't just live long. They live well. They laugh a lot. They stay active. And most importantly, they have a strong sense of purpose. They have Ikigai. So, what exactly gives us this sense of purpose? The book gently explains that Ikigai is often found at the center of four important things: what you love, what you are good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. Let's flow with the ideas and explore how these four parts connect in real life. Imagine a grandmother in Okinawa who loves making traditional kimonos. She has been sewing them by hand for decades. She's really good at it. People in her village love her work and buy her kimonos. Even at 90 years old, she keeps sewing every day because she enjoys it and feels proud of what she creates. Her Ikigai is sewing. For someone else, it might be teaching children, cooking, growing vegetables, writing poetry, or playing music. Ikigai is not always about money or success. It's about feeling that your life matters and that your actions have meaning. One of the beautiful things about Ikigai is that it doesn't ask you to change your whole life overnight. It doesn't tell you to chase fame or fortune. Instead, it invites you to pay attention to the small things. The little daily actions that make you feel alive. Maybe it's brewing a cup of tea in the morning. Maybe it's the smile of your child. Maybe it's the quiet satisfaction you feel when you finish a task with care and attention. In Okinawa, the authors notice how people take their time. There is no rush. Elders walk slowly, talk calmly, and enjoy each moment. Even when they work, they don't seem stressed. Why? Because they often enter what's called a flow state. Flow is a powerful idea described in the book. It means being completely absorbed in what you're doing. When you're in flow, time disappears. You forget about your worries. You feel focused, calm, and happy. Think about a time when you were painting, writing, building something, or maybe even gardening, and you were so into it that hours passed without you noticing. That's flow. The book explains that people with Ikigai often experience flow in their daily activities. These activities might seem small to others, but they are full of meaning to the person doing them. The secret is to do something that challenges you just enough, not too easy, not too hard. It should require skill and attention, but not overwhelm you. For example, imagine someone playing the guitar. If the music is too simple, they get bored. If it's too difficult, they get frustrated. But when it's just right, they enter flow. And in that flow, they feel happy and alive. That's why people in Okinawa keep doing meaningful things even at an old age. They don't retire in the way many Westerners do. Retirement, for them, doesn't mean stopping life. It just means shifting to something they love more. They keep moving. They keep creating. They keep helping others. And that brings us to another important part of the book: staying active. In the West, we often think of aging as something negative. People retire, slow down, and feel forgotten. But in Okinawa, aging is seen as a blessing. Elders are respected, included, and appreciated. They don't stop working just because they're old. Instead, they stay active because it gives them purpose. The authors talk to a man who is 102 years old. He wakes up early, stretches, goes out to his garden, and tends to his plants. He walks every day. He eats with his neighbors. He smiles often. He still has a reason to wake up every morning. His Ikigai keeps him going. Staying active doesn't mean running marathons. It can be simple: walking to the market, sweeping the yard, cooking meals, watering plants. All of these are gentle ways to keep the body and mind healthy. The people of Okinawa rarely go to the gym, but they move all day long. Their homes are designed in ways that encourage movement, like sitting on the floor, which makes them get up and down often. These small actions, repeated daily, keep them fit and flexible. And it's not just physical activity that matters. Mental activity is just as important. They keep learning. They stay curious. They play games like Go or cards. They read. They teach others what they know. Their minds stay sharp because they never stop using them. Another lovely part of the Okinawan lifestyle is their simple and healthy way of eating. The book introduces us to a phrase they live by: hara hachibu. It means, eat until you are 80% full. This habit helps them avoid overeating and gives their body time to digest food gently. They eat lots of vegetables, tofu, seaweed, and sweet potatoes. Their meals are light but full of color, variety, and nutrition. They don't rush through meals. They eat slowly and gratefully. Food is not just fuel, it's joy, tradition, and connection. They also drink green tea often, especially jasmine tea. It helps with digestion and has calming effects. The authors point out that this light, mindful way of eating plays a big role in their long, healthy lives. There is very little obesity or heart disease in Okinawa, and many of the elders don't take any medication at all. So, what can we learn from this? We don't need to follow a strict diet or count every calorie. Instead, we can eat with care and joy. We can choose fresh, simple foods and stop eating before we feel full. We can share meals with others, cook at home more often, and slow down at the table. Another strong theme in the book is the importance of community. In Okinawa, people are never alone. They belong to something called a moai. A moai is a small group of friends who support each other throughout life. It's like a lifelong social group, a group that helps with money, with problems, with celebration, and with sorrow. Imagine growing old with 4 or 5 close friends who are always there for you. You meet regularly. You talk, laugh, and share meals. You help each other through sickness, sadness, and joy. That's the beauty of a moai. It gives people a strong sense of belonging. It reduces stress. It increases happiness. And it adds years to life. In the West, loneliness is a growing problem. Many people don't feel close to others. They feel isolated, even when surrounded by people. The book reminds us that human connection is essential. We don't need hundreds of friends, just a few good ones who truly care. Creating a sense of community doesn't mean you have to live in a village. It just means making the effort to connect. Talk to your neighbors. Call an old friend. Join a club or a class. Spend time with your family. Find your own version of a moai. In many places around the world, people live with a lot of stress. We worry about money, jobs, health, the future, and even things we can't control. And all this stress makes us tired, unhappy, and even sick. But in Okinawa, people seem more peaceful. They smile more. They enjoy the moment. They don't let stress take over their lives. How do they do this? The book shares that part of their secret is having the right mindset. People in Okinawa trust life. They accept what comes. They don't rush or try to control everything. They believe that everything has its time. And they stay positive, even during hard moments. One helpful way they deal with stress is by keeping routines. Their lives have a calm rhythm. They wake up early, stretch or walk, work a little, enjoy meals, spend time with friends, and relax in the evening. They don't push themselves too hard. And they don't fill their day with too many things. Their days are full, but not rushed. Another reason they feel less stress is that they stay connected to nature. They garden. They walk outside. They sit in the sun. Nature has a way of calming the mind and bringing peace to the heart. When we spend time in nature, even just a few minutes a day, we feel better. We breathe more deeply. Our thoughts slow down. The book also reminds us about the importance of laughter and play. The elders in Okinawa laugh a lot. They joke, tease, and play games. They don't act like they are too old for fun. They are young at heart. They know that play is not just for children, it's for everyone. A playful mind is a healthy mind. So maybe the secret isn't avoiding stress completely, because stress is part of life. But we can learn to let go of things we can't control. We can smile more, laugh more, be kind to ourselves, and take life one peaceful step at a time. One of the most inspiring messages in Ikigai is that we should never stop learning. The people in Okinawa are always learning new things. Even at age 90 or 100, they try new hobbies, join new activities, and stay curious about life. This curiosity helps keep their minds sharp and spirits young. When we keep learning, we stay flexible. We don't get stuck.
We grow.
We become more open. And life feels fresh and exciting, even as we grow older. The book encourages us to welcome change, not fear it. Life is always moving. Things change.
People change.
Our roles change. Instead of resisting change, we can learn to flow with it, like a river. The Japanese concept of wabi-sabi helps with this. It's the idea that beauty is found in imperfection, and that everything in life is always changing. For example, a cracked teacup may not be perfect, but in Japan, it can be seen as beautiful because it shows character and history. In the same way, our wrinkles, our scars, our changes, they are not something to hide. They show our journey, our story, our wisdom. When we learn to see change as natural and even beautiful, we stop fighting it. We stop worrying about every little thing. We start enjoying the now. We trust the flow of life. And this helps us stay mentally and emotionally healthy. In modern life, many people feel unhappy with their jobs. They feel bored, tired, or trapped. But in Okinawa, people don't see work as a burden. They see it as a way to express their Ikigai, a way to serve others, learn, and grow. The book gives us stories of people who keep working well into their 80s and 90s, not because they have to, but because they love it. A fisherman keeps going out to sea because he enjoys it. A craftsman keeps making beautiful tools because it brings him peace. A teacher keeps helping children because it gives her joy. Work, for them, is part of life's purpose. So how can we apply this to our own lives? First, by changing the way we see work. Even if we don't love every part of our job, we can look for meaning in it. Maybe we help people. Maybe we learn something new. Maybe we create something useful. Every job has a purpose if we look deeply enough. Second, we can also make space for hobbies or side activities that give us joy. You don't have to quit your job to find your Ikigai. You can find it in the evenings, on weekends, in small, quiet moments. Maybe you like to paint, write, cook, fix things, or care for animals. If it makes you feel alive, it's worth doing. The book reminds us that we don't need to separate work and life so strictly. When we bring meaning and care into our work, it becomes part of a good life. And when we work with heart, we feel more satisfied, more useful, and more at peace. One of the gentle messages in Ikigai is about living slowly and simply. In the fast world we live in today, everything is about more, faster, and louder. But in Okinawa, people live with less. And they live more deeply. Their homes are small, tidy, and full of light. Their lives are not filled with too many things. They don't waste time chasing after stuff. They spend their energy on relationships, nature, and joyful daily tasks. The book reminds us that a slower life is not a boring life. It's a richer life. When we slow down, we notice things. The sound of birds in the morning, the colors of our food, the feeling of the breeze on our face. These little moments bring deep joy if we are present. The idea is not to escape life, but to return to it. To live each day with attention. To enjoy what we have. To stop comparing ourselves to others. To simplify.
To breathe.
So maybe today we can slow down just a little. Turn off the noise. Sit quietly. Make tea. Write a letter. Walk without rushing. Notice the beauty around us. And in that slow, quiet moment, we might begin to feel our own Ikigai waking up. And that's all for today. Please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.